Right. So, good evening again. Like I said, this is our fourth leader meeting of the year. My name is Diana Kashuba. I'm your camp director for the summer. So a lot of you I've talked to on the phone or back and forth through email. So you'll get to know me a lot more as we get closer to camp. I have been with Pathway to the Rockies Council now for 6 years. I've been with the Scouting America program for over 10. I started my career in Aloha Council, and my husband was active duty and he moved us to Colorado Springs. He currently retired, and some of you may know this fun fact, but I actually work remote now, and I live in Alaska, and then I work until May, and then I get to move back to Colorado Springs, and I get to be with my team and all of you guys for the summer. So it's a really good job, and my boss has given me a great opportunity to continue the Camp Alexander traditions and hire staff, and I have a lot of fun with the group of people I work with. And two of those are on tonight. First, I'm going to introduce you to Dustin Jewell. He is my office manager. Dustin?
Yeah, hi, thanks, Diana. Yeah, through the winter months, I work for the Pathway of the Rockies Council as Diana's assistant. So some of you have probably already talked to me either on the phone or through emails. I've been in the scouting program for about 13 years now. I got three kiddos in the program. My oldest just aged out last year, but he's doing venturing in Sea Scouts. So I'm very active in the council itself. At camp, I will be your office manager, so you'll get to deal with me at the office if you have any changes you need done with your merit badges or anything like that, or have basic questions. So that's my role.
Okay, next I've got Pat on the call. He's going to be my commissioner. A lot of my staff you'll hear going around camp going commish. He's the man with going to be having all the answers for you at camp if you're on property. So, Pat, take it away.
I think I accidentally muted him. I'm sorry.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Patrick Valdez. I'm in Springtown, Texas. This summer, I'll be the commissioner at Camp Alexander. I have been a camp director before, various other callings and positions in scouting. And I look forward to meeting you all, and we'll see you in the Rockies.
So we're going to get started with our agenda for tonight. So like I said earlier, my focus tonight is merit badge signups, registration to make sure you guys are ready for this upcoming merit badge registration for April 28th. We're going to talk about payments, birth dates, deletions, merit badge, how to talk to your scouts about these, how you and your team should work on that for registration on that night, emails and how all of you guys are getting information. And then lastly, I'm just going to push troop t-shirts one more time because that cutoff is coming soon. So the first thing I want to talk about is payment schedule. Most of you have been getting the emails and understand the updating payments. April 25th, April 28th is our last and final payment. That must be paid in full before you can sign up for merit badges. So if you're missing $200 or $300 on the scout and you go log in for merit badges, that scout won't see the activity button and he won't be able to sign up for merit badges. So it's very crucial that you make sure that everyone's been fully paid and ready to go before April 28th. Because if you have problems and you're calling me and Dustin on the 28th, it's going to be a very busy day and we might not be able to get everybody. So doing it sooner, getting ready. But before you do that, I need everyone to make sure that those scouts are final. I don't want you to make a full payment and then you call me on April 29th or May 1st because there is no refunds after that date. Deletions also must be done before you make final payment because I can take that money and move it to your balance or to other scouts. And this is very important for everybody to understand. we need to make cancellations and things like that before you make your final payment. And we'll kind of talk a little bit more about that as we move forward. Merit badges will turn on April 28th at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Dustin and I will be on the phones, and we will have the screens open, and we'll be talking back and forth. We kind of call it our Scouting America, the stock market crazy. We try to make sure that everyone's logged in and doing all those things. But please mark your calendars to be ready to go at your computers with you or your team 10, 15 minutes prior to the 5 o'clock before signups start. Okay. Once you do all that and all of your merit badges are picked and you think you're ready to go, the final payment for merit badges is the 25th. But once again, we need you to make sure that your scouts have looked at their merit badges and, oh, yep, I got what I wanted, or no, I got my second pick, but I really didn't want to do wood carving. Because if you go in and make those payments, it's going to mess everything up if they come and cancel, unless they pick another merit badge with the same price. So confirm with your scouts before you make those final payments for merit badges. If you need to get closer and pay that closer to come into camp or on day one of camp, Dustin and I are flexible and we'll work that. We'll work the counter, but just be aware that they won't get full credit until it's fully paid. So even if they go through the merit badge through the week of camp and they go home and you're like, I didn't get the information for their blue card, well, that's because you still owe me $25 for, climbing or wood carving or so forth. So those are important to make sure before you leave camp that everything is paid. Or if kids switch classes, those prices may change. So just keep an eye on those. All right, merit badges. Before I get into this, Dustin, any questions yet?
No, the chat is blank.
Okay, guys, please, if you have questions, let us know. We'll stop and take a second. Okay. In your leader guide online on page 52, if you guys have not already read it, we do have a merit badge request form. And that merit badge request form is there for you to hand out to your scouts. Now, that April 26th date that we have up there, that is suggested. We just hoping your scoutmasters have that information back. But you can change that date, but this is the form that will help you for all your scouts to write down their first, second, third, and fourth choices. And the reason I say that is because some scouts want to do welding or shotgun, and those classes fill up pretty fast, and you want to make sure on the 28th you have their backups so we can make sure we can get as many kids into the classes they want as possible. So this is just a good, useful tool that we've created for you to help pick for those sessions. It's not required. We're hoping to help you guys because, like I said, it moves pretty fast. Now with this, I've talked to some of you guys about this over the phone, but I don't think everybody's gotten it. And I really want this on the recording so I can talk to you guys about it later online. If you have scouts that are picking rifle or welding and you know those areas are going to be very popular, and I'm going to tell you right now, the most popular merit badges are welding, with shotgun, rifle, archery, climbing, anything that's Eagle required. We have communications and we only have about 10 slots for those. Those are popular. You need to make sure you highlight those on your forms and don't register merit badges per scout. Register per merit badge. So if you know you have 5 scouts who want to do rifle, you need to make sure that you click Johnny Smith rifle, come out, go find Brandon Davis rifle, click, come out, and pick those merit badges first. And then once you get everything settled for the major ones, then you can go back through your alphabetation and you can just do per scout. But whatever works for you, I'm suggesting, though, to please watch for those popular ones, especially if you have a scout who's done all the other merit badges. This is crucial, because especially those older scouts, you really want to make sure they get into those classes because this may be their last summer. Okay. Next. All right. Emails and registration for merit badges. We're going to walk through this tonight. I'm going to walk you through our whole step live, and Dustin is going to help me show you how the merit badges look for you. But the first thing is leaders. Who is registered? So you can see here, I have Dustin Jewell, Diana Kashuba, and Brandon Baver are registered for my troop as my leaders. all three of them have a check mark next to it, and you will see this on your website. That check mark tells me that you have registered and you have a password for Pathway to the Rockies Council, and you have access to your Scouts information, emails, phone numbers, and registration. If your Scoutmasters are not on this, they will not be able to log in and pick merit badges. If you're having a hard time getting them set up that way, please call Dustin or I, and we can walk you through that and make sure everyone's getting it. You're also not getting the emails if you're not on this list. So if you're not getting information, or say you are on this list, but you're still not getting information, we want you to call us so we can help you walk through that process to find out why you're not getting our emails or sometimes our phone calls. So that's really important for everyone to be aware of. Right, I'm going to stop sharing this screen. All right, Dustin, can you see Pathway to the Rockies? Are you
Good.
All right, good. All right, so this is our Pathway to the Rockies Council page. Most of you, this is where you went to go find our camp or register. And then if you've already registered and you know the password and you've logged in, you should know that you're going to go to your My Council registration. And it's going to look like this. You're going to see your My Council. You're going to see current events. And I have, because I'm registered with 1999 Girl Troop out of Houston, Texas, week 2. I'm going to click on that button. Okay. Then it's going to bring you to this screen that's going to tell me my information, summer camp week 2. And I'm attending, so I have an attendee information page, and I also have a group attendee page. So this tells me that I am registered so I can access our Scouts information and I can sign up for merit badges. So I'm going to click on my troop. It's going to take us to our dashboard. Now, this is our dashboard. So if you're logging in from your registration page and you don't see this and it doesn't look like this, that means you're in your receipt. You are not in your dashboard. Okay. It must have a payment. On the far left side, you'll see general operations, members, payments, accounts, everything. If you see just your payments for that, what you did when you first registered, you are in your receipt page. You're not on your dashboard. Okay. So I know for a fact I'm in my dashboard. I see where I need to make all my payments. I checked my leaders. Okay. I'm going to go to my members for registration. All right. I have 2 Scouts coming to camp. And I have these 2 Scouts. One is under 13 and one that is 13. And that is also very crucial to remember because merit badges won't let you sign up if there's an age gap and that Scout is not in there correctly for their birth dates. So I'm going to go first. I'm going to go to my Jones. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So Sammy's in here. She's got everything registered. I got her birth date. She's only 11. I've got her email and phone number. Oh, yep. Email, phone number. Everything's there. I'm going to go to activities. And you can see there's nothing here where I can pick merit badges because the little blue button right here doesn't pop on until 5 o'clock on the 28th. So Dustin, it's 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock somewhere.
5 o'clock somewhere. We ready?
Yep.
All right. So it's 5 o'clock. I'm going to hit refresh. I'm going to go back to activities. And magically, there's a little blue button, manage activities for my Scouts. So I'm going to click on that. And all of my merit badges that are available for Camp A for week 2 are now here on my screen. They are not alphabetized. I apologize. They are in the order of their classes on our schedule. So please familiarize with our schedule. If you look at our leader guide, that will help you. So this Scout has picked climbing, even though I told them that they had to be 13 and older, but they really want to do climbing. You can see climbing is not available. Because this Scout is under 13, my system won't let you see the climbing because it is age sensitive. So I have to go to their second choice, and they really want to do environmental science. Let's see if I have it. That's not an age requirement, is it, Dustin? Are we doing that this summer?
Yep, 12 and up.
Okay.
but Sammy Jones is only 11, so Sammy can't
Oh,
do that either.
can't do that one. So I got to go to their third choice, and they really wanted photography, and that one is available. It has a $5 cost. I'm going to pick that for session 1. When you pick that class for session 1, everything for session 1 will immediately disappear, and this list gets much shorter. Okay. So now they wanted to do wilderness survival. I'm going to pick that. Oop, that's only available session 3 and 4. Okay. I think I can make that work. Immediately now, session 1 and 3 are all disappeared. This list is now getting much shorter. Okay. They're coming to Colorado and they really want to do some Colorado fly fishing. Oh, once again, that's not old enough yet. So now we're going to go to fishing. I think that will help. They'll still get to fish in the lake. $5 charge to the parents, and you can see session 4. Okay. Now sessions 1, 3, and 4 are completely off this page. Now I only have anything that's available right now for session 2. And I think art's going to work well. So I'm going to pick art. Dustin, that's a Monday, Tuesday. What does that mean?
That means that merit badge is only 2 days long.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to make this work. I think she really liked this one. So I'm going to pick wood carving for session 2 for Monday, Tuesday. Everything else now is deleted. These are the only merit badges that are left that will work for the schedule for Wednesday or Thursday for session 2. Dustin, I think forestry will work. What do you think?
Yeah,
I think so.
Sammy likes forestry. She likes trees.
She needs that one. I think that will help us. All right, so we're going to click on that one. Now, all of a sudden, her classes are picked. I have 20, 25, 30. So I got a $30 charge. It's going to be on my Scout. She's picked all the merit badges. I've got a few of her first choices and I got some of her second and third, but I think this will work. So this is now done. And then you'll see there's no activities. Say Sammy comes back to me and Dustin next Monday after we've picked and she goes, Mr. Dustin, I decided I don't want to do fishing because I only wanted to do fly fishing. Okay. You can go in here without calling us and delete it. So I'm going to remove session 4. Anything that's not full or has already been taken by other sessions will pop up. So if that class, if swimming is full, it won't appear here after merit badge sign up. So I'm going to pick something else. And I think she wanted art because she really wanted to get that. But that's again a Monday, Tuesday. That means she may have an extra one. So I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's try. I'm going to try archery. I think she'll really like that for $10. Boom. All right. I've readjusted her schedule. If you come in here after Monday because you need to change, only classes that are available that aren't full will show up. So you can delete those and you'll see what classes are available. Okay. All right. All good to go with that, Scout. When I go back in here, back to her main page, you have a printout now. You have all of her merit badges, what sessions, Monday, Tuesday, and what activities they're doing. If they get to camp and want to do chess, we can add those, but you can come up here to you can. That's clearing it. Where's the merit badge roster, Dustin?
That should be under tools, actually. If you're trying to print out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to my tools. Group member activity sheet. I'm gonna go youth only. I'm gonna hit download. And I now have her schedule and her activity sheets for her schedule that I can print for her before she comes to camp. And I can do that for every single one of my scouts. I can make a copy for myself so I have it in a binder so I know where she's supposed to be and when she needs to be there. And I can take this and give it to her or laminate it and put it in her backpack so she would have it for the summer. Okay. So, okay. I'll go back to my general. I'm going to go back. Now let's go back to members. So now you'll notice that my Sammy here has a much higher balance than what she did before because I had those extra merit badges pop up. $25 I think went into that because I had to readjust schedules. So it's not just the 500. Now I can go to my older scout. My older scouts wants nothing but all the high adventure stuff, the rock climbing, the rifle. So I'm going to get in here quickly. I'm going to try to make sure that she wants shotgun, I'm going to select that. It's $30. She wanted rifle 2. She wants to be at the rifle range the whole day. She wanted archery. I'm gonna get in there. It's another $10. Boom, I'm doing pretty well. She's getting all the ones she wants for first choice. Now I'm gonna see about that rock climbing. Man, Dustin, I don't see rock climbing. Why is that?
Well, it's a double session, and you've filled up sessions 1, 2, and 3.
Right, you're right. Well, let's make sure she gets into rock climbing. So I'm gonna remove that archery, and I'm gonna come down here, and you can pick. It's climbing, 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 climbing. It's a double session, and most of them will tell you that so you guys can see. I'm gonna click on it. All right, she's full. I'm done. I can't pick any. So my system won't let you pick anything if those classes are either full or if it collides with another class that they have. So it is perfect for you guys to go quickly, and it won't let you pick something if it collides with something else in their schedule. So I'm gonna go back to her session. I can see I got her schedule set. I'm gonna go to general. So mom's gonna need to know when I'm gonna call mom tonight. It's not 500, it's gonna be $545 because we're gonna pay for rifle, shotgun, and all of her climbing fees. So make sure she has everything. All right, Dustin, you can turn that off for me.
Got it.
I'm gonna go back to my PowerPoint here for you guys. Of course, gonna go all the way back. Okay. All right, so I just gave you a general run through of everything. Before we move forward to our theme days, any questions, Dustin, that popped up? Any concerns?
Yeah, actually, I did want to cover one. I answered it, but I think it's good for everybody to hear. So the question itself was, is it only people in my contacts that can register Scouts for merit badges? Do you want to cover that, or you want me to cover it?
Sure.
Okay, so if they're in the contacts on that main page, like Diana was showing, those individuals have access to all of the Scouts. So they would be able to register any of them, just like she just went through the explanation. Now, if you want your parents to do it instead, the difference is that instead of putting them here on the contacts page, you would put them into the members profile under their email address. So you see here where it says Bobby Boucher and it's Danston.Wood. Okay, so that's likely Bobby's dad. So Bobby's dad can now get into this system the same way, creating a login. And instead of being able to have access to the whole troop, they're only going to have access to Bobby. And so they could register their child for merit badges in the same process that just happened. So those are the two options of how you can register for merit badges. I hope that helped.
Parents can go in and make payments. They can go in and pick their merit badges. They can say the Scoutmasters picked the merit badges that night, but then the parents were like, they can log in on Monday and go, I don't think so. They can go in and make those changes. So please have conversations with your parents. We have to have their email in there for the Health Forms IO that we're going to talk about a little bit. But if it's in there and they've created a login, they can go in and add money. They can add merit badges, delete merit badges. So make sure you have that conversation with parents to let you know if they do go in and make those changes. Because you don't want a surprise. You don't want to print out their form and you get to camp and he goes, I have a different schedule because my mom changed it. Make sure you have those conversations. Okay. All right. Any other questions?
No, most of the other ones I answered, and I think they're good.
Awesome. Go back to my slideshow here if it will let me.
I just had a question and some clarification on it. So if the child is not yet 13 but turns 13, the response was at event. So will they still be able to register because they will be 13 once they are there at camp?
So if it's open, so if you have a scout that's turning 13 at camp or the day before camp, you need to call us and let Dustin write that down so Dustin and I can get you registered for that merit badge on our back end on registration night, because especially if they're wanting climbing or rifling, those classes are going to fill up and they may not get it at camp. So I need to know that ahead of time by an email at camp.alexander@scouting.org so we can prepare for that, because my system will not let you add it in. I can add it in through our administration side, but you cannot, and the parent will not be able to. And so they may miss out, but they must be turned 13 before the day of class. So if they turn 13 like on Wednesday, we won't let them sign up. We're going to let that be for older scouts.
It's June 9th.
Okay, when do you guys come to camp?
June 17th, I think.
Okay,
It's a couple weeks later.
then you just call Dustin or I, let us know what the scout is, what their schedule is, and we will only add their merit badges that they want that are 13 and older. Everything else you will have to enter. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Not a problem. Any other questions?
Yes, this is our first time at Camp Alexander. There is no merit badge selection associated with Outback, is there?
No. Now there are things that they can get counted off for. If they bring blue cards, if they're working on their camping merit badge, they will be rock climbing, rappelling, and whitewater rafting that all count towards the outdoor cooking or outdoor camping merit badge. They'll be cooking in patrols and on a trail, which works for the cooking merit badge. They won't be completing anything, but there are several things that my guides can sign off for if they're working on camping, cooking, hiking, bicycling. They will just get partials if they want to start it, or if they're working on certain things and they like, man, I just did that. You can have my guides sign off on that, but there is no merit badge for selections at all for that. Okay. Okay. Anyone else?
Thank you.
No problem. All right. Well, good. I think we're moving on tonight. Okay, next, theme days. I kind of mentioned this last week. I'm gonna just remind everybody again. This is for Outback and regular camp. We have a theme day. Our staff will have a different outfit or a different activity going on each day. It kind of it brings up a little bit of fun for our staff as well to kind of be interactive. Or some troops, they plan their whole wardrobe for the whole week and come with all kinds of crazy stuff and things to trade with staff. I think one of my staff members has a different hat from a different troop from every summer he's worked. So it's just a lot of fun. It brings a little bit more magic into camp. So if you have questions, OA is important. If you have people that need to be called out, we need a letter from your OA lodge. You need to turn it in to Dustin at the office on Sunday or Monday, so we are prepared. We'll do an ice cream social on Wednesday as well as call outs. Our t-shirts on Tuesday, that is our camp t-shirts. We'll kind of get into that here in a second. T-shirt for online orders for your troop shirts are only being sold online. That t-shirt will not be in our trading post. So be aware, this shirt and this design will not be in our trading post. So if you don't order enough, you can't get it at the trading post. My seller will not send me anymore. So the first week 1 through 4, that order is due at the end of the month. Okay. Very, very important that you get that in if you want them. Weeks 5 through 7, that's not due until the end of May. And they will ship directly to me, and I will have your sizes and your receipt. Okay. All right. All right. This is open question time for anybody that needs anything. If not, this recording is going online and probably Monday. If you have any other questions or a scoutmaster or a parent who wants to go back and watch the video, tell them where to find it, either at our Camp Alexander, Colorado.org, or go through Pathway of the Rockies and you will be able to find the websites. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording and then I'm just open mic. Anyone you want to raise your hands or just want to have a conversation, let us know. We're going to be here for a good 30 minutes or more.
Hey, Diana, this is Sean Gass from Troop 498 in sunny San Antonio.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks to you and Dustin for helping us out. I know we've probably been the squeakiest wheel